Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Rasyid. I am a brother from the United States. I'm here in London for One Ummah TV. I just want to, inshallah, give my story of how I came to Islam and maybe give some advice for people who are trying to find their way on along that path, inshallah. Bismillah. As we know now, my name is Rasyid. I'm from Florida in the United States, the Orlando area. Outside Orlando. I'm 24 years old. I came to Islam in December of 2004, so I was 17 at the time. Alhamdulillah. Currently, I work as an optical lab technician, so Alhamdulillah. Life before Islam. Well, generally, I was basically like a church kid. I was raised in the Southern Baptist Church. I went to church very frequently, Bible studies and services and whatnot. So I knew my Bible. I was not very knowledgeable, but knowledgeable enough. For a kid of 13 to 17 is when I really got into it. So yeah, life before Islam, church kid, went to school, church. That was basically it, Okay, before reverting, let's see. As I said, I was a very, strong, firm believer in the Trinitarian Christian faith. As I was a Southern Baptist, feel free to go on your own time and look up what they believe. But I was very firm in this faith. I didn't know much about Islam to have an opinion, and that was kind of, I guess, self-imposed ignorance, I guess you could say, because of how the media portrays Islam, and so I didn't want to go there. I was like, I don't know, like afraid of what I might learn, and yeah, so yeah, about Islam, I didn't know much. I thought whatever the news told me, basically. Okay. Yeah, like I said, I didn't know much about Islam, but I had actually done my fair share of homework on Buddhism, Hinduism, and that's just based on pure curiosity and interest in, I guess, Eastern cultures, and having been brought up in the Christian faith, going to Bible studies, you get kind of a cursory, you get basic information about Judaism because the Old Testament is incorporated into the Bible. So I guess I knew a little bit about Judaism, basic tenets of Hinduism and Buddhism. Taoism, not much. Shinto, a little, because the whole culture over there, I had a big interest in, but yeah. So the major religions, I did look into a little bit, in the basics at first. Okay, well, first, I never went on like a journey to find the truth, because being raised in the church as firmly as I had been, I'd always assumed that I was upon it already. So what actually happened was, there was another revert brother that I went to school with. We were pretty good friends at the time anyway, but having been raised in this Christian environment and finding out that he had left the faith that I loved so much, I was like personally offended that he chose to leave it. So I took it upon myself as kind of like a crusade to like bring him back to the church, you know what I mean? Witness to him and all this kind of thing, but without knowing anything about his religion. But I tried my best, and through that, well, I guess the way I went about it was wrong. Like I said, I didn't know anything about Islam, so what I had to do at first was finally research about Islam on my own, and through asking him also, because we would have various, kind of debates on doctrinal issues, whatever. So we'd discuss, and he would teach me this aspect of Islam and this aspect, and what do I say to that now? Because I didn't know that before, and it makes sense to me. So what do I say? I had nothing to say, and so as this went on, actually, my mission to bring him out of Islam led me to Islam. Alhamdulillah. And that's what I didn't go on a search for truth like, mashallah, some people do. Like, they just find it within themselves that they want to go out and find the truth. I didn't. I guess, Allah guided me in the way that He did. So, alhamdulillah. Well, gotta be totally honest and say, like, it really hasn't changed that much because of how I was raised and, like, going to church a lot. My lifestyle per se didn't really change that much. I just picked up a few extra prayers per day and stopped eating bacon. Really, no more pork. I didn't indulge in alcohol, at that time anyway, so I didn't have to really leave it. Just had to stop eating pork and pray a few extra times a day.
Did your belief in God change?
My belief in God did not. I'll be honest, because the Trinitarian doctrine, right, that I'd always just accepted because that's what we believed, right? I just accepted it. I didn't understand it. So, if you don't understand something, how can you really say that you believe it? So I never really, I can say with confidence that I never really did believe in a triune God. I believed, that there is God. But what did change was my belief in Jesus, peace be upon him, and his relationship to God, his relationship to us. So that's what really did change. Well, from the bottom of my heart, I really have to just say, just do it, because it to me, and speaking from reason, it is the only way of life that people should be following. It's the complete way of life that you won't find in any other religion, and it's the most logical, I guess, doctrine you can say that you won't find in any other religion. It makes perfect sense, and the way of life that is encouraged and commanded by God is the perfect way of life. It really is. So my advice would be to just make sure that's what you want for yourself, and just do it. Don't worry about just put your trust in God. That's all I can say. Just do it and put your trust in God.
If you have any questions, would you prefer to have any doubts?
Well, if you have any Muslim friends that you're already in contact with that may be teaching you about Islam, or that you've come to with questions, ask them, and don't be shy. Don't be shy to ask them to bring you to the mosque that they go to talk to their imam, or some of the other knowledgeable brothers in the congregation. So don't be shy to ask questions also. Well, I'll first want to say, if you have just decided to take on this path, then congratulations, and you all have my prayers for continued guidance and success in this life and in the next life, the real life. Advice would be just be wary of where you get your information from. Don't be hasty to join up with a sect. Don't all these slogans and everything. Just learn your information. Go slow. This is the beginning of the path. You just started. It's you're not gonna attain ultimate truth, within a year or something. It's, just take your time. Always make sure to purify your intention and make sure that it's, whatever you're doing is for the sake of Allah and in His worship. And yeah, that's it. So, brothers and sisters in Islam, and hopefully, inshallah, new brothers and sisters in Islam, I hope that my words could benefit you in some way, inshallah, I hope, and inspire you to embrace Islam or to progress on the path that you're on, inshallah. Yeah, that's it. My name is Rasyid. Keep me in your prayers, inshallah, and assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.